Hi, it's Dr. Brown, your ASPiRE director, and I haven't had a lot of chances to get to talk to you guys outside of orientation, or if you're lucky enough to be in my CMST 300 class. So this director's cut is designed to give us a little bit of face time and for me to be able to talk to you guys about things that I've been thinking about for the program. So as most of you guys know, I have a 5-year-old son named Harry, and he's learning how to read, and he's in kindergarten having a lot of fun. And so we recently were reading the book The Three Little Pigs, which is a fairy tale that I'm sure everyone knows, which really gives a lot of life lessons. So as I'm reading this to him and he thinks it's a really cute and funny story, I really get this idea that the Three Little Pigs story is very relevant to the ASPiRE experience that many of you are having. So with Harry's help, he illustrated a few pictures for me, and I kind of flipped the parable a little bit, the fairy tale, to make it relevant to what ASPiRE is doing. So first, I have to give a shout out to Harry, future Ram in the making, for helping me and giving me this inspiration. And I hope that you find a little bit of solace in what I'll tell you, and knowing that we understand what you're going through as students, and that being in ASPiRE is not easy when you have a lot of other things, but that together we can kind of get through it. So, as most of you guys know, the story of the Three Little Pigs, as illustrated by Harry, is a story where you have these, three pigs whose mother says, hey, you're old enough to go out into the world, make your fortune, not unlike many of you coming to VCU, coming to Richmond, and having an opportunity to be on your own and be adults for the first time in your life. And so their mom tells them, go build your own house. Lucky for you, you don't have to build your own house. You live in awesome West Gray South as ASPiRE students. But you do really have to make your own way and start making your own decisions, and that can be really difficult. And so, as the story tells us, they have these 3 different approaches to building their house. They have one who builds his house out of straw, one who builds it out of sticks, and one who builds it out of bricks. And I like to use that as an analogy for thinking about the 3 kinds of ASPiRE students that I've started to notice. Our students who build their houses out of straw sometimes are the ones who come with great intentions, lots of passion, lots of great ideas. They have an idea of what they want, but because they're so busy, they're in so many organizations, they're working, they're taking 19 credits, it's really hard for them to see past the day-to-day. And just making one thing kind of be that important thing. I have to get over this exam. I have to get to work this week. I have to do this one thing. And so they're not able to really see the forest through the trees, right? So they can't really get a handle on everything that they need to do. On the other hand, I have students who kind of one tier up, those stick students who have a general idea of what they want to do. They have a plan, they have goals, they start out really strong. Even in our program, they start out, they're the ones who are going to a lot of co-curriculars, staying really engaged, and then something big comes up, right? The big bad wolf, which is really just life, right? For all of us. It could be an exam, it could be your car breaking down, it could be a family emergency that happens, it could be you get sick and you get the flu and you have to miss a week of classes, and it just builds up, and suddenly all those great plans that you had crumble, and you again start to be that day-to-day person, and you're not able to really get all those things accomplished that you want. And then we have those brick students, and at this age, at this stage in your life, it's pretty hard to be a brick person. I say I probably don't even have all the bricks I need, right? But ASPiRE is a great place because what we hope to do is help you learn how to build that solid foundation, which means when the big bad wolf comes, when life comes at you and things happen, which they always will, it doesn't matter how old you are, that you're going to have a foundation. You are going to have resources so that it won't blow you away. It's not going to make you crumble. You might have a slip up, you might have a hard time, but you're going to keep going. What I love about that story is it doesn't matter if you are the straw, stick, or brick person. What happened when the big bad wolf came to the guy who had his house built out of straw? He blew it down, but he ran to his brother's house. And when he came and blew down the sticks, they both ran to their brother's house that was made of brick and had a firm foundation, and he couldn't knock it down. So at the end of the day, even if you come and you don't feel like you have everything you need to be successful, This is a program that's about community. We are here together. So if something happens and you don't know what to do, run to your brother's house, right? Run to your sister's house. Ask them, how'd you get through this? I need your help. That could be another ASPiRE student. It could be your RA. It could be your hall director. It could be Dr. Rackett if he teaches you. It could be your success coach. You all have one. So, shoot us an email. Come by and see us. We are here for you to be successful, not just in this program, but in life. Because at the end of the day, ASPiRE is a program that's about that little I, right? That we as a community make each other stronger. So I want you to remember that. It doesn't matter which of the 3 ASPiRE students you are, we can all be successful and we can all live in a beautiful brick house illustrated by Harry. So when you see me around, if I haven't had a chance to meet you personally, please introduce yourself. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you the rest of the years that we have together, and I'm really excited to help make this program have such a strong foundation and to continue to grow.